City, famous for its architecture. We'll talk about engineering in the river, how we've engineered this river to be here, and also the bridges that we'll be passing under today. Architecture is an amazing art form. We forget about it sometimes. It's functional sculpture. Architects are artists. They tell us things, they express themselves, they have muses. Here's what fascinates me. Architecture shapes culture. In fact, Winston Churchill knew that. He once said, we shape our buildings, thereafter they shape us. So what we build affects us over time. We'll talk more about that. One of my favorite art pieces is the beautiful white building ahead of us, Clock Tower at the south end of it. The very historic Wrigley Building. I know Wrigley Gum, Wrigley Field where the Cubs play. This is the Wrigley Building. It was completed in 2 parts. 1921, that south section with the Clock Tower. 1924, the north section, designed by the rock stars of Chicago's early 20th century, Graham, Anderson, Probst, and White. Their muse, their inspiration was Gibraltar Tower in Seville, Spain, the building of the Clock Tower. Everything around it is French Renaissance. The building here is an old world European style. It's called Beaux-Arts. Beaux-Arts is French for fine arts, so highly embellished, decorative, with a wedding cake top, festoons, filigree, adorn buildings like this. You notice how ornate it is. That's done because of terracotta. There are 250,000 terracotta tiles that adorn the building. Terracotta means baked earth, baked clay. It's fireproof. You know this. Chicago has the worst luck when it comes to fire. We had a big one in 1871. So after that great Chicago fire, we began using terracotta. Notice the building is built in 2 parts. It had to be. It's not just for kicks. They did that for a reason. It was shaped around active infrastructure. Factories, warehouses, a spur for a railroad used to run right through the middle of the 2 sections. Now compare the asymmetry of the Wrigley to the London Guarantee, an accident building, the spur building on the left, completed a year prior, 1923. Notice the Corinthian columns at the top, repeated at the bottom, the bell-shaped cupola at the top. That's meant to look like a Choragic monument in Athens near the Acropolis. It's essentially a status symbol, like having an iPhone back then. Saying, okay, I have a Choragic monument, I'm good, everyone's going to see this. Very symmetrical, Greek architecture often is, meant to embody democracy, stateliness, order, organization, strength. You feel how strong the building is. Now look to the right, we've got the second tallest building in Chicago, the Trump Building here on the right. Completed in 2009 by an architect from Chicago named Adrian Smith. The building here is postmodern. Postmodern is meant to be site-specific, designed to relate to other buildings. So if you look up, notice the setbacks indented in the building. The first setback at the bottom meets the height of the Wrigley. The second setback above the T meets the height of this tapered, rocket-shaped building across the river. The last setback at the top meets the height of the black box right behind it. So the building is its own tour guide. It's meant to take you, the art viewer, from the older European style of Beaux-Arts to mid-20th century modern architecture. This is the AMA Plaza building, American Medical Association, completed in 1971 as the IBM building, designed by Ludwig Mies van Gogh. Mies is the father of modern architecture and the modern skyscraper. He's a teacher. He told students all the time, famously, God is in the details. I ask you to look at this, think to yourself if it's detail-oriented. Many of us might call it cold, austere, boring. But if you walked around it, you notice how the grout lines in the plaza line up perfectly with those I-beams between the windows. So we're talking mathematical precision. Practical, pragmatic architecture, modern architecture. Moving forward, we have 2 towers, which a lot of visitors call the corn cobs. The corn cobs. They're called the Marina City Towers, completed in 1964 by the architect Bertrand Goldberg. Goldberg was a big fan of nature. He said if there are no right angles in nature, there shouldn't be any in architecture, kind of like Gaudi's architecture in Spain. You look up, the condos above the parking garages are pie-shaped. They're built around a central circular corridor inside. Now notice that Marina City is much bigger than just the 2 towers. It's 5 buildings, completed by the late 60s. This was called the city within the city. It included a bowling alley, a movie theater, grocery store, ice skating rink, marina, a lot of stuff.